Good afternoon. I'm Beth Copeland with Georgia Christian Business Network, and we are putting God back in business. I want to apologize for our delay today, but we had a few technical difficulties. Back in business. But through perseverance, apologize for our delay today. Through perseverance, we are here and we are live. And my dear friend, Landen Conner is here with me. Yes. Thank you for continuing to persevere. It's so awesome to see you here today, Landen. Thank you so much for joining me on the platform.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me, Miss Beth.
Awesome. As always, it's such a joy to come into your presence. You have so many great opportunities to encourage God's people, and no less today. What I like to take this moment to say to those that are watching, that will join us for the replay, that will actually have an opportunity to experience the replay, is don't stop. Just because something happens that throws you off course, believe God. Because if God said it, it is so, and that settles it. So it is still the year of higher ground here at Georgia Christian Business Network. And we're determined that in every aspect of our lives, that God wants to take us higher. And so no opportunity that will come our way is too big for our God. And I want to encourage you with that. And in just a second, I'm going to allow Landen to introduce himself, as we always do with our guests, to tell you who he is, what he does, and why it's important for you to know. And then we're just going to have a discussion about how to attract strangers to your brand. And so Landen's going to lead that discussion. But right now, Landen, thank you for joining again the platform. Introduce yourself to our audience.
So, Ms. Beth, it's like you said, I picked up on something as you were praying. Even though we had technical difficulties, and the easy thing is to give up, to not even do this. But it's the same thing, like you cross that with your life and you've been through things. The hardest thing to do is to keep going sometimes. The easiest thing to give up. And sometimes we don't know who we can attract or who we can help that day if we're submitted to the glory of God. And just because we're not shining in our best light or things happen doesn't mean we can show up for someone else. And that completely changes the entire day. So you just did that for myself. So I'm so thankful for it. But about myself, I found that most people either weren't heard, seen, or listened to, whether it was in the medical field, because as I'm a pharmacist as well, or in the content development space with photography and videography. People always wanted to see the best of themselves, feel the best of themselves, and hear the best of themselves. And that's what drove me into this space. I could tell anybody take a photo. I could tell anybody do a video. I could tell anybody take a pill. But the underlying behind all of that, the underlying condition was, how can I help this person be the best of themselves, see the best of themselves?
Wow, that is so awesome, because I know that and have experienced that personally with you. Your whole focus is not just taking a picture, but helping that person to see the art of who God created me to be. And I'm going to personalize it at this point, because that's the experience that I had with you, because I'm camera shy. I know it doesn't sound like it, and you're laughing, and probably others that will hear that will laugh, but I am camera shy, and you made it more of an experience than a fear factor. You didn't play to my fear factor. You wouldn't allow me to continue on fearful of the camera or shy of the camera,
I'm laughing because I let you in on a secret. When you told me you were camera shy over a year ago, that revved up my engine. I was like, I don't care the next time I see Miss Beth. I don't care if it's tomorrow or 40 years from now. She's going to get that photo taken. But a lot of times, and this is relatable, Miss Beth, we look at celebrities. We look at, oh, I want to be like this person. I want to be like that person.
Uh-huh.
Similar to your story, I took a photo of a friend of mine, and he said, man, you don't understand that changed my life. I can look at that photo and see where I'm supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be. It was almost as if he was telling me, I saw the best version of myself, and I'm going to pursue
Uh-huh.
that person.
Oh my goodness. And you have stories that you tell around
Yeah.
uh the photos that you take. There's always a lesson.
Mhm. So it's easy to come on and talk about myself. I did this, I did that, I did that. But what it sounds like on the other end of the listening audience is that you're trying to convince yourself that you're the best person you can be. But when I tell Miss Beth's story of you said you were camera shy, and even though you pushed Jessica into it as well, but there's a certain light that shines when you see Miss Beth was camera shy, but then she saw that image. Not only did she see that image, her daughter saw her mom beautiful. Her mom saw her daughter as that jewel in her eye. That goes a long way, and that's relatable.
Yes, yes, yes. And the way you position, and I'm not saying other photographers or videographers
Mhm.
don't have that skill,
Yeah.
but there's an anointing on your opportunity. And that's why I'm excited that we've announced that you are our photographer, you are our videographer for our ninth annual God Golf and Girls event to be held on August 16th through the 18th at Lake Lanier Islands. And I'm elated for that opportunity.
Yeah.
I know, as an aside for our participants, you're also going to offer headshots. And I know that you'll have examples. One in particular is my headshot, is how you produce that. And I'm telling you, I was not ready. I was not ready. I thought I was going to sneak by another year like I did last year without the headshot. But you were so insistent that you were going to take that headshot of me. And we talked through it. We had to have a conversation.
Mhm.
But at the end result, I was marveling. And I mean that word, marveling at how you made me feel so comfortable. And the end product, the outcome was just, if I may say so and retain my modesty, beautiful, because my hair was not ready. I did not anticipate taking that headshot because
Uh-huh.
I thought that, I've never taken a headshot with my braids in. And I just didn't see, although I enjoyed my braids, a lifelong opportunity for having this headshot with braids. I was like, do I really want to do this? And you was like, we can have this experience now.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, this isn't really the dress that I wanted. All of that. I don't know. Maybe you meet up with that often from people. I don't know.
Every time, every day, everywhere. It's, so there was a powerful video that a guy on LinkedIn sent me. We've since become really, really cool. And the video actually personified what my intent was. We often tell ourselves, we don't look the best. I'm not dressed to the nines. I'm not perfect. Even though the word of God says that you're perfectly and wonderfully made, it's hard for us to accept that though. Why? So
So,
at the heart of doing anything, just like when we were looking at the video for God's Golf and Girls, who
uh-huh.
at the heart of that, who is it that Miss Beth wants to look like? The best of Miss Beth. And then you ask yourself the next question, thinking about her audience. Who is it that she's trying to attract? What business owners does she want in the room? Then we looked at the video that was made, and we saw different nationalities, we saw different races, we saw different age groups. All of that people are reading, they're just not saying it to you. So how can you make that more attractive and more appealing to say, I want to take a shot at that. I want to talk to this person. Are they invitable? Are they approachable? You look at your content, does it say that? So that's what building a brand is about. Um, Building that expectation that when I meet you, do I can I trust you? Are you who you say you're going to be? And will you do what you say you're going to do?
Wow. Wow. And when you speak of that video
Mhm.
from God Golfing Girls, and you want me to share that in just a little bit, right?
Okay.
So because you want to walk through it a little bit. And so the opportunity for others is to be able to pick up on what you're saying about that video. Let me see if I can share it now. You ready?
We're ready. Let's go.
Okay, okay. Because you want to make some points about it. Let me see. Here we go.
So let's do a branding breakdown from a visual standpoint.
Waking up, thanking God. Every day is feeling just so like Sunday. Waking up,
So pause it right about there.
feeling like everything is going
Uh-oh.
down.
Okay, there we go.
So I know we have a few instant internet connection with Zoom, but you look at it, you see elegance. As soon as you go onto the platform, you see elegance. You see that everybody's at the best. They look their best. They probably smell their best. I can't smell through video right now. You see a bunch of smiles. It's inviting as a viewer
Awesome.
standpoint.
Okay.
I saw different nationalities.
You saw opportunities.
I saw opportunities to network, connect, make connections through different people. I'm pretty sure everybody isn't from Georgia because I saw a friend of mine who lives here in Orlando. So
Right,
you can share
right.
stories with different women, enjoy the company of them, and you never know. Prayer, building up that person, you have similarities that you're not even aware of.
Wow. Awesome. Continue.
So I'm not sure if it froze. We can cut back to us, Ms. Beth, because I'm not seeing it on my side.
It's not coming forward for you.
Yeah,
Okay, hold on
I know
one
it's
second.
pretty tough for Zoom.
Okay, awesome. Here we go. Okay.
So just from that little snippet alone, you saw, like I said, different women of different nationalities sharing their stories, becoming family.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
in talking with you, I know how big you are with connecting other Christian family members to each other.
Right, 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 right. It's important.
Yeah.
Connectivity is what it's all about. We're so into relationships at
Mhm.
Georgia Christian Business Network. And part of the acronym for higher ground, the latter is the revenue piece. And the importance and urgency of placing relationships prior to revenue gains. It's important. Relationships, being connected with the people that God has preordained for you to walk out live, to walk out business, are urgent to bring in that revenue. People don't understand that God has assigned people to you
Mhm.
to do business with, to do life with. There's a reason and a purpose and intent on why this person entered my life. And when we fail to value relationships, we miss the opportunity for experiencing. And yes, when we don't cultivate those relationships, the growth of that, what's to come out of that, we don't sometimes understand that revenue gains can be experienced through relationships.
Yeah. Sometimes I know we're caught up within ourselves and all the stuff we're going through, but sometimes you just don't know. Maybe it's a prayer, maybe it's a hug, maybe it's a smile. It's just like when, let's reference back to your session. The whole intent was, how can I make Miss Beth's day better? Now I know you're going to enjoy yourself to the fullest, but how can Miss Beth day become better? Can her husband look at that photo and say, "Yeah, that's mine"? So but the thing is, it's like when you said, Landon, you did. Truthfully, actually, you did all the work. I just came alongside you and say, hey, Miss Beth, you're not alone. Can I walk with you to see this? And so that's why I would ask every woman that's considering God's golfing girl, can Miss Beth and her staff walk with you to see, experience, and hear life-changing principles, life-changing and develop life-changing relationships to let you know that you're not alone doing life or business. You can reach a higher level in business by attending this event. Oh, and by the way, there's a key piece in there that you get to relax and be treated like the queen that you are.
Yes, 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 yes. Awesome, 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 awesome. Uh-oh, I'm not hearing you.
There's something. Can you hear me?
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. But be the queen that you are is so important. When we talked through, when you were in town, and I never did do the post, but you actually came and we sat down at Cornerstone and at my co-working spot and spent about 2 or 3 hours together just 3-4 weeks ago. You were here. You actually reside in Orlando, right? Orlando.
Yes.
But you came up to spend time with us. Yeah, then we had lunch with my husband thereafter, and it was just wonderful to hear you be able to talk with me through God Golfing Girls and spend time uh preparing for the weekend in August about how we want that to roll out. That was important to me, that you thought enough of me and the opportunity to be able, I don't know how all that's happening, but I didn't know that I did that. I don't know how I did that, but it happened. But it's very timely and I appreciate it. But to make me successful even before that weekend, spending time, you captured a video of me and it's just amazing. And I asked you the first shot, how did it go? How do you think? It went out in our newsletter last month and it'll go out again in the next couple of days, the video that you shot of me. And you said, how did it go the first time we did it? I said, I didn't feel good about it. You said, okay, good.
It's been about being a truth. It's not about being, don't take this wrong. It's not about being kind and allowing a person to fail. I don't believe that's love.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's just the way you deliver it. How did you feel about it? What did you think about it? Because
yeah.
ultimately, it's you did this.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing about it, I
Mhm.
wasn't comparable. It wasn't me. And you wanted me to be natural. You wanted me to be me.
Yes.
And that was someone else on that first video. But the second video, it was all me. It was all I was allowing my passion to come through and my appeal to those to be able to join us for
Mhm.
God Golf and Girls. Our 9th annual was just so oh my God, it was so sincere, and when I watch it now, I know it conveys the message.
And that's the critical thing, Miss Beth. When I see your content, whether it's a headshot, whether it's a video, whether it's a photo, are you the same person that I will meet in person when I truly get to know you? Authenticity will always connect with people, no matter what. I know you see the rise of AI, but people are craving authentic connections because there's a lot of hurting people out here. We know that. We've been
Yeah.
through a lot. Like I said, or is it okay for me to walk with you, to love you enough to walk with you to see the best of yourself and experience the best of yourself? That's all we are asking.
Wow. And the thing that I believe that you said is the picture. What
Mhm.
does it really say about you? It's been said, and I don't know whose the quote belongs to, but a picture says 1,000 words.
Yep.
And you said something that was so sincere and so essential to pictures,
Mhm.
and people need to know this is what you just said. Is you said it like this, you said it something like this, is when I look at that picture
Mhm.
and I actually meet that person,
Mhm.
I've already formed an opinion of that person from that picture, and the
Correct.
opportunity is when it becomes the realization in person. Is
Mm.
that the same thought that I had about that person when I saw their picture? Isn't that amazing to think about it like that? I thought it was when I heard you say something like that, you know.
But
Is
it's
that the same person?
it's true.
Yeah.
It's also said that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
Right.
That sounds great, but truthfully, we do it all the time. We
Now
do it.
talk to me more about that, you know.
So we see images, we see photos, we see videos. Is that person really truly that happy? Is that person really experiencing X, Y, and Z in their life? And then when you meet that person in real life and it's true, it's like your trust builds really quickly because we naturally have guards up just because of life experiences. So
Yeah.
I'm always aiming not how can I lie to a person. I'm always aiming to how can we build trust, where the only thing you have to do is be yourself and be proud to be yourself. So the way I connect with someone is not necessarily how Miss Beth is going to connect with someone. I could fail connecting with someone. Miss Beth connect with that same person that has success. So it's giving whoever that third party is, whoever's the end user, an opportunity at a life changing relationship to develop.
Wow. Wow. And it's amazing how a picture can position you. And I know you said part of your talk today would be attracting strangers to you. And what specifically is essential to be able to do that? I know you talked about authenticity
So
and being real.
let's break it down with a real life scenario. Let's take GCBN for example.
Uh-huh.
If we're going to do a hypothetical, but I'm using them as an example. If I'm from Orlando and I
Uh-huh.
move to Georgia and I'm looking for a Christian business network to join, or let's just say a chamber to join in general, and I look on their website, I see a bunch of stock imagery, I see a bunch of static photos, a bunch of stock video. When I come to their network events and I don't see any of those people, I'm asking myself, why am I here? What am I doing? And why is my time being wasted?
Uh-huh.
But if I go to, let's just say GCBN, like that video you showed, I see
Hmm.
Beth, I see Crystal, I see um, other attendees that's been on that website. My guards drop.
Uh-huh.
I have to
Uh-huh.
realize that everybody's not like me, myself, Landon. I'm comfortable with being in different environments. Sometimes other viewers have to see people that look like them, sound like them, and act like them in order to take that first step. So how can we create an environment that where I feel safe and trusted to attend a GCBN network and feel like I can win? That's ultimately
Wow.
what people have, what people are thinking.
Wow, I love it that we have some support and participation on the Facebook side of the house. And something that April Minger wrote
Yes,
is authenticity builds trust.
yes,
And that is true. That is when people understand that you're being, I'm going to break it down, real with them, your authenticity comes from the realness
yeah.
that that exudes from you. And
Mhm.
I'm going to tell you, discernment is a real gift. And
Whew.
and more people are walking and getting in connection with God, and He's revealing things through them
Mhm.
concerning situations. And I'm going to tell you, my gift of discernment is becoming even more keen. And, you know, sometimes I had it really keen years and years ago. And I was explaining this. I was talking to Christy McKee, our community relations director, yesterday. I was telling her I went through a period of time that, you know, I didn't feel like I was hearing from God. And I
Mhm.
wanted to be more sensitive to the Holy Spirit so that I could hear His direction. And I'm in that place now where something can happen and I'm not moved by it because God already prepared me through discernment.
Yeah.
And when people meet you, if they have that gifting, they understand that what you're saying may not necessarily be what you mean. How you're looking, it may not necessarily be how you feel about them or the matter or whatever's being discussed. And so it's so important that, to April's point, authenticity builds trust.
Correct.
And people do business with who? Those that they can trust,
Yeah.
right? To deliver, to be fair, to be quality, you know, to
Yep.
be truthful. Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
pass that collection plate for me, for you, Miss Beth. You preaching right now.
Awesome. Awesome. What other pointers do you have for us today?
I would say, I know we dwelled on the headshot in the video quite a bit, but the end goal is never the product. It's not the photo. It's not the video. The end goal is for, let's use you as an example. The end goal is for Miss Beth to look more confident, to act more confident, to be bold when she goes out there. So she can connect with other people and people look like, man, she looks good everywhere she goes. Is this really who she is? Because that person is not the same person that I met before camera. The person after camera is the real person. You walking in your, like you said, the higher ground. You're walking how a royal priesthood should walk. So what I would say to people is, what is your intent behind the content you put out? Does it match and align with the person I'm going to meet in real life? Because your content actually draws people in.
Right,
You
right,
close the
right.
deal at the end of the day.
Yes, yes. And I believe how you feel about yourself is going to come through on camera. And that's something that you were teaching me in the process, because when I wasn't relaxed, when I was doing the fake smile and you and Jessica were there, that's fake. That is not your smile. That is not you. It's not representing you well.
Yeah.
And y'all threw it out. You were like, no, that's not it either. And you got me to the place that I was tickled at the things that you were saying, but the things that you were saying were truthful to me, and they were gentle, but they were truthful. But it relaxed me to go deeper within me, to allow my authenticity to come forth. And the end product, I was amazed.
The end product for that
Yeah.
particular baller was the photo. The end product that I saw the next day, you had smiles like the Kool-Aid woman. That's what you're looking for, to see how's that person's life changed. So when you do business with someone, they're a lot. I believe in win-wins, like you do.
Yeah.
Is the photo I'm happy about? I'm okay with the photo. I'm more happy that this person finally sees what God has created.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the difference.
And photos speaks volumes, as we said earlier, and making sure, because your photo is going to go before you, your photo is going to be out there, making sure that you can relate back to what you're saying, how I felt that day, how I felt about our photo is going to be viewed by people that we'll never even meet.
I'm happy you said that, because it leads into the next thing. Everything you do communicates a message. Like, I realize how I look on camera now. If I was in a room that was messy, and if I was in a room looks like I just came out of the club or something like that, that's communicating the message to all business owners that's watching this, all people that's watching this.
Wow.
I could come on bragging that I'm making X, Y, and Z amount. Well, your image is telling me something else, because you obviously don't care about your look or how you're perceiving. So realize, when you say your photo procedure, your video procedure, your content procedure, what message is it communicating?
Wow. Wow.
That,
That's powerful. I want to spend just a little time here today talking about the acronym for higher ground. I so believe that a lot of people, Landen, are in a situation where this is the second half of the year. And so we crossed the mark. Some people are looking at half the year is gone, and others are looking at half of the years before me, another half of a year is before me. The
okay.
issue is, where are you seeing? What is your viewpoint? And the opportunity for you to be able to experience higher ground, we believe, is driven through 6 characteristics that in the acronym, you know the acronym, but I want to just spend a little time sharing it. It's the heart of humility. And I'm going to tell you that I believe a heart of humility can come through and be captured in photography and videography.
Yeah.
The heart of humility is foundational, and it is essential to be able to propel forward in life to experiencing higher ground.
Mhm.
As we walk through the acronym, the I, inseparable integrity. Are you going to do what you say that you're going to do? Is the quality going to be built in? Are you going to be faithful to your word?
Mhm.
God's word is truth and doesn't return unto him void. Can you model that in your business?
Mhm.
That's what your picture needs to represent. The G is that you're a gracious giver. And the opportunity is, I'm not in it, and you've said it already, Landen, to just make money. We understand that money is essential, and I'll repeat that at the last acronym.
Mhm.
To do business, to live, is our livelihood. But
Yes.
are you gracious and understand that your gifts shall make room for you and cause you to sit among great men? God gives the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. Were you going to make a comment on that one?
No, no, I'm agreeing with you. This is good.
Okay. And so the second H in the higher acronym is honor him in your health. What good is it if we do business well and we actually reap benefits of doing business, which we all hope to gain
Mhm.
opportunities in that regard? But my health is failing. I can't really enjoy it. So honor him in your health, understanding that my body is a vessel and that it is important how I maintain and care for my body to bring God glory that way. The E, exemplary execution, is so important that we exemplify and show forth in excellence what God has called us to do, that we model it in such a way that as we execute and we win, that we pave a way for others to be able to win as well. Aspire to inspire so that others can say, if Beth can do it, if Landen can do it, surely I can do it, because God has no respect of person. And where do we land is what I said earlier, is revenue is essential to live this life. But what God values more so than that is relationships. Relationships before revenue will cause you to obtain to greater every time. If you value God's people, and I often tell people, he modeled it for us, John 3:16. So for God so loved the world that, next 2 words, he gave his only begotten son. He wanted, his relationship was so, our relationship to God was so important to him. He wanted us to experience an abundant life. Not only did he experience, exemplify gracious giving, but he also relationships before revenue.
Yes.
It's because his relationship, he gave the greatest sacrifice. And then we won abundance. And that's the model. And he gives the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. It doesn't make sense sometimes, but he already knew we'd think that, because he said his ways are not our ways and his thoughts are not our thoughts. They're vast difference, but I'm going to stick with God.
Whew. You know, as you were saying that last art of relationship with God trumps everything. All the rest of the letters fall in line. Because I'm in a
Yeah,
season in my life right now where health is the biggest one.
yeah, yeah.
Not because of a bad health. It's because I've been having to wear both hats in the medical and entrepreneurial world.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes that health is just rest. As an entrepreneur, you're taught to keep going. In the medical field, you're taught to keep going, power through. Well, is your mind constantly distracted? Can you really serve God how you're supposed to serve God when your mind is distracted? When you're worrying about this, that, and the third? No. Now I
I
know
know as a pharmacist, your schedule can be kind of interesting.
it's not even just that, Miss Beth. It's the way that you're conditioned with the words like hustle harder. You remember from the expo, what was her name? Shay Bynes talked about grind over grace.
Yes, yes.
And a lot of times we settle into the grind and we get so caught up in the grind trying to get to higher, higher, higher. And God's just saying, well, if you do it my way, work, rest, work, enjoy the fruits of your labor. But we put off ourselves to the side a lot of times.
Yeah.
It's like I was in a session one time with another physician, and I told her, she said, I don't do well in front of camera. I said, hold on. This is the one time you don't have to take care of anybody. Allow somebody to take care of you for once, and you can just relax and have fun. All her guards let down just from that one statement alone. So that's rest in my mind, because
Yeah.
she had to rest for 1 hour to just see, experience herself, where
Yeah.
somebody put her
Yeah.
up on a pedestal.
Wow. Wow. And just relax is what you told me. I'm going to read this comment and then I know we started late and so we may go over just a few minutes, but we're going to close rather quickly here. April Meager says over on the Facebook stream, she says, this is good. What I'm hearing by listening is that our marketing needs to authenticate our brand. It should be a mirror image of who we are, a true reflection. When this happens, then we connect the expectation and promotes trust because the marketing projection and perception line up with the actual experience. And I love the way she put that because it's no fake or phony opportunities here. It's like when you capture someone's attention,
Mhm.
and what reels them in, I believe, is when they actually have that meeting with you. When I can capture the attention of others through a photography or
Mhm.
through the videography, and similar to what we're talking about at God Golfing Girls. But when they show up, if they don't have that same experience or even more is what you want to produce. This is just a snapshot of what you're going to experience at God Golfing Girls. Okay. When
Yeah.
you get here, you really that's gonna be heightened, you know.
Ms. Beth, could I interject 1 second? Because
Please.
you made me think about us when we were talking before the video at the conference. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you made me a little jealous on this one. You said when they walk into the hotel, you have something waiting for you. You have your bathrobe, you have the towels waiting for you. We show you to your room and unlock the door. I'm like, can I sign up too? But think about that. Just
Yeah.
saying that alone, that tells you you can let your guards down. You can
You
have
can
a
let it.
vacation you can have a vacation where you don't have to do anything but show up.
You know what? You said that word vacation. And what I've been talking with God for the last 2 days
Mhm.
is that I want the ladies to experience a mini vacation.
Mhm.
Is that they look at GGG and come back feeling as I've been on vacation.
Mhm.
And it was beautiful with a whole bunch of other women. I've been on a vacation.
And I won't
And
meet people because I love the way she put she connected everything beautifully.
wow,
That was
that
beautiful.
is That's good. That is so, so good. I love this time with you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in just what, like 5 weeks almost, right?
Is it
Well,
that long?
it's 1 month from today. It's the 16th today, and we kick off August 16th, 1 month exactly from today.
So that's 4 weeks.
4 weeks. 4 weeks. We're going to connect. God is so good. And we trust him and we believe him. And we hope that the women will come out even more. We have quite a few registered, but there's still room for others to be able to join us. Our all white Friday night party is only $160. If you can, join us for just that Friday night, you would have had an opportunity for an awesome experience. And so please go to our website, reach out to me directly, info@gcbnetwork.com. If you'd like to, come through us, save the Eventbrite fees, and register directly with us. You can send us a Zelle, you can we'll take credit cards, whatever you have as a payment method. And coming through us through Zelle is no fees. And if you come through us with a card information, it's 3.75%, but that's the minimum and nothing compared to what you pay on Eventbrite. But we'd love to welcome you to God Golfing Girls, our 9th annual conference at Lake Lanier Islands, August 16th through the 18th. Women, come on out. You're just going to have a wonderful experience with connectivity, meeting other women. We've got registrations from like 5 or 6 other states that are coming in. We have great opportunities for entrepreneurs. They do great business. They have long-lasting relationships. Golf is essential part of it, but you may elect not to take advantage of golf. You may decide, I want a spa treatment, and you're certainly welcome to go do that. Food galore. Yes, 5 meals. Listen, throughout that weekend, all kinds of snacks. And when I tell you giveaways, Dr. Jess, our marketing director, she makes sure that everybody, as much as possible, leaves there with some of the giveaways. But don't worry about it. When you walk into your room, you start to experience the giveaways instantly. So thank you so much, Landen. Do you have a final word to give to us? I'm going to let you think on that because I want to direct everyone to our website, gcbnetwork.com. We're putting God back in business, and we do need your help. We want to ask you to please join us as a member or as a sponsor, or come to an upcoming event, God Golfing Girls, because we would like to experience that, who you are, because we believe that God has assigned you to GCBN, and also he's assigned us to you. How would you close us out today, Landen? What would be the words that you would like for us to ponder on?
Not a ponder.
Okay.
Basically, off of what you said, and I just want anybody that sees this or watching it currently to let you know you're worth it. You're worth the spa. You're worth the robe. You're worth the key opening the door. And not just the entrepreneur, the 9 to 5 working businesswoman. You need the day off. You want the day off, and you deserve the day off. You're worth it. So invest in
Love it.
yourself. Invest in yourself, and you will not regret showing up to the GGG, God's Golfing Girls event.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. And I love the way you extended that out to not just an entrepreneur, the 9 to 5ers. We have some that have one foot in the marketplace and one in entrepreneurship, aspiring entrepreneurs. And we've gone so far as to say college students. We want you there. And if you need an opportunity to supplement your registration, I need about 3 college students to reach out to me, and I'd like to see if we can assist you in being in the house for that weekend. Okay, Landen, thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you, your wife, your business, your pharmaceutical life, and also your videography and photography. You're just wonderful. And I am so looking forward to your capturing our wonderful 9th annual experience in August. Take care. Thank you for persevering through the technology difficulties to be present and to show up today. God bless you. Take care. Thank you all for joining us. And those that watched the replay, give us a comment. Let us know. And thank you for those that have joined us on the live stream. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye now.